Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Princess Kelvin. This is the first time of you seeing this beautiful face. You are so welcome. Thank you guys for wasting to Happy New Year, by the way. Happy New Year guys. I'm so excited for this new year. So the video is about to start, so let's get right to the video. Please stick around because I'm very positive that you will love this one. Hello beautiful people, welcome back. My name is Princess Kelvin. I just realized that most times when I do my video I don't introduce myself. So my name is Princess Kelvin and I'm a 400 level nursing student this moment in Nigeria, and this channel is about nursing, and you can also see faith content and growing your relationship with God, because well, I love God and I just love talking about God. So if you're new to this channel, please stick around and watch the video, and I'm sure you'll enjoy it. So in this video I'm going to be talking about tips that I use to pass my nursing council exam, because the council exam is coming up, nursing council exam that is organized by Nursing and Midwifery Council of Nigeria. So the exam is coming up this year around March. So nurses that are in the level of writing the exam, either in 300 level or in 200 level, depending on your score, depending on how things are run in your school, you'll be qualified to write the exam. So I'm going to be talking about tips that helped me personally to pass the exam, and I hope that when you apply this, it will just help you. Okay, so let us start. So the first thing I will say is that God first, because I always say God first, but the fact that I say God first does not mean that you will not do your part, or does not mean that you only pray and ask God for help without doing your own part. But commit everything to God as you are about to start your process of preparing for this exam, as you're about to start your process of reading for this exam. Dedicate everything to God. Ask God for help. Ask God to direct you in what you are going to read. I just pray that as I'm giving these tips, it's going to help you and it's going to work for you. So, but you have to ask God first. Ask God to direct you. Ask God to open your eyes to the points you have to read. So after that, the second thing I will say is early preparation, because early preparation is key. Do not stay 1 week to the exam. Start saying, oh, I have an exam next week, let me start reading now. No, if you are doing that for your normal semester exams is totally different from Nursing and Midwifery Council of Nigeria exam. So please start early. So if you registered for the March batch, because there are two groups that write this exam in a year. The first people are in March, the second people is in November. So if you're registered for the March batch, start now to start preparing. Start now. Now is January, right? So start now to start preparing. And so after early preparation, have a study guide. Like, just write out the list, because Nursing and Midwifery Council of Nigeria, the exam is basically an exam for everything that I've taught you from your year 1 to wherever point you are writing it in. Because some schools write it when they're year 3, some schools write it when they're year 2, some schools write it when they are 400 level. I don't really know how different schools organizes their own. So yeah, write down a study guide. Have a study guide of the things that you read, because when I was doing I had a book, like the book I bought basically for this. I had the log that I bought to start studying the everything that they have taught us. So I wrote down all the topics that they have taught us, all of them from beginning to the point where I was. And I actually wrote my Nursing and Midwifery Council exam last year, and I passed. So write down everything that they have taught you, so that as you read a particular topic, for example, you read respiratory system, you check it, you have read it. You read this, you check it, you have read it. And then when you finish reading, you come again and you revise. Very important to revise, because some things might be flying out of your head, might not really stick So it's very important to come again and revise. So that study guide will help you to know what you have read and what you have not read. Okay. So now the third thing, I wrote a list. So the third thing I will say is practice questions, practice past questions. It is very, very essential. So the recent information that is coming now, because when I wrote my own, it was written, use your pen and your paper to write. But now they are saying it's going to be CBT. So yeah, there's going to be CBT because the November batch was CBT last year, and I now write November batch, I wrote in March. So this year is likely going to be CBT, so it's going to be mostly objective questions. So focus on objective questions when you are practicing. After objective questions, you'll still do your normal viva, the one that you go before different exam supervisors, and they will ask you to explain something and you just explain directly to them. Get? So it's going to be that objective and the viva method. So focus on objective questions when you are doing your past questions. Focus on objective questions. Just go over objective questions as much as you can. So as you're going through your objective questions, you're going through the objective past questions, try to know why a particular answer is that answer. For example, if you see a question of, let's say, circulatory system or cardiovascular system, and they ask the mechanism of blood flow, and maybe they ask, know why it starts with the right atrium, know why it goes into the pulmonary artery, just know the different processes, of each question, like know the reason for that answer to that particular question. I hope you understand what I'm saying. So so the next point I will say is have study groups. Study groups is very, 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 very essential. Like, have study groups, and don't let this group to be too big. Don't like have a study group of 10 persons. I'm just saying personally what's worked for me, because 10 persons will just be a crowd. Just have, like, let's say 3 people, at most 4 people. That people will be throwing yourself questions. Let's say you guys decide to read a particular topic, cardiovascular system, today. After that cardiovascular system reading, you guys should just throw yourself questions, ask yourself questions, and do not, make sure you're not only the one in the group that is giving. Make sure you also receive. Make sure you're gaining something from being in the study group, and also give out information to others. So then the next, just help yourself, basically, what I'll say. After study group, another thing that helped me, that really helped me, was having mock exam, because my school prepared a mock exam for us. Mock exam just help you to have that feeling of you actually writing the exam, so that when you enter the hall or the main exam, it will not be as if this is the first time I'll be writing this kind of exam. So they just gave us the feeling of having that exam and the kind of questions. So if you can really pass your mock exam, you will pass your council exam most times, depending on your school. But my school made our mock exam to be harder, if there's any word, to be harder than the actual council exam. So that is, it will help you to stimulate your brain, as for you to just be ready, so that your tension, you'll be able to organize yourself, and the tension will not be too much. You get? So another thing I will say is, there are some things that can just make you to have panic that day, or to having panic. You have to avoid having panic. And how do we avoid having this panic? Because they are, okay, in nursing, if you're being nursing to this point of writing council exam, so you basically know the do's and don'ts of nursing. So you see your hair, girls, your hair, make sure your hair is the standard of nursing hair that is acceptable. Having different colors of hair, or having an attach that is shouting, the color is shouting, obviously there's no node that will make blue attachments or blue something on the hair, but the kind of hair that is acceptable in nursing. If you're barbing your hair, make sure it's low at trim. If you are packing your hair, make sure it does anything that is you're doing on your hair, make sure it does not touch your neck. This is what I'm carrying, like this is not going to be allowed on that day. You have to pack it up very well and avoid anything touching your neck. We all know this. Also, avoid unnecessary jewelries. All these big earrings, avoid it, because on the issue of hair, on the day we're writing the exam, there was one of my classmates or something that her hair was not okay. So the invigilator was ready to told her to go and cut it before she comes into the exam hall. So all those kind of things, by the time you go and cut it and then come, the exam has already started, tension is already in your heart and everything. You get, so just avoid it so that you will be calm before the exam. Try as much as possible to be calm before the exam. Then on the issue of jewelry, avoid big jewelries. Jewelry's case is not that serious as hair, because yes, you just remove it there and there, but avoid it so that the invigilator does not start looking at you somehow. Okay. Then another thing I will say is that make sure that you have all your writing equipment. Do not come into the exam hall with the plan to borrow. Oh, okay, well, it's going to be CBT, but just anything that you will need. Let's say your pass. When I mean your pass, your identification before you enter into the exam hall. Make sure you have it. Make sure you're not concerned with any issue of writing for someone. All those kind of things, so that you know the reason. Just avoid different alterations that can come up. This is going to be a CBT exam, computer-based exam. Make sure you follow instructions. Whether it's CBT or not, you still have to follow instructions. But this one is even more like emphasized that you have to follow instructions. Why they say you should start that time, and try as much as possible to be fast, because this is going to be an objective exam, going to be CBT, and your time is going to be counting. So do not be too. I know you should be calm and be relaxed, but not be too relaxed that you neglect your time. Make sure you're always looking at your time, and make sure you answer all the questions. Don't do the ones that you know and you say all that you don't know it. Make sure you answer all the questions. The one you guess, you might still get it as your answer. Okay. So that is what I'm going to say about that. Then, like I said before, do not waste time. Be fast, and make sure you finish all your questions. Okay, guys. So that is what helped me so far. Last year when I wrote my exams, early preparation is key. Having study groups, mock exam. That's what helped me. So in case your school do not set a mock exam for you guys, your study group, you guys can just formulate something as a mock exam to just help each other. So guys, that is basically it. I hope this video was helpful, and I wish you guys success in your exam. Make sure you guys dedicate everything to God. Start early to prepare, and it's really help you. I wish you success, and you guys should tell me the good news in the comment section when you're done with the exam. Okay, bye. See you guys in my next video.